Happy Friday, everyone. This is Weekend Update, and there's a very serious topic that I need to bring up with you today. We have now had over 20 incidences of cheating and copying and plagiarizing within the Kern program, and I want to make sure that we go through the academic honesty policy so that everybody is aware of what that entails. So, what I want to do is share with you uh, just clarifying what that academic honesty policy is. So let's take a look here. Okay. So what is it? Well, here's the first thing. I know why students cheat. I've been in this business long enough to know that a lot of it comes from pressure from adults, teachers, parents, particularly now that we're kind of cleaning house for students who have gotten too far behind that we feel that you're not going to be able to catch up. But cheating is not the way you're going to be remaining in the program. That's for sure. The other reason why students cheat is that you're unfamiliar with the text. These are not easy texts. Freshmen have Romeo and Juliet, sophomores Julius Caesar, juniors the Crucible, and 1984 for the seniors. These are all difficult texts, but the standards require that you get through these difficult texts and find your way to understanding the concepts that are in them. The other reason why students cheat is that you just haven't learned what you need to know. And maybe you went through too quickly in some of the lessons, or you just kind of half read or skimmed through what you were supposed to read and you just didn't learn what you needed to learn. So the easiest way out is to copy. But the consequences for that are worse than if you simply say, I don't know. Here's why you don't need to cheat. As teachers, we can find alternatives to teaching you the information. If the way we've presented it to you doesn't work and you let us know that, then we can find an alternative lesson somehow, a video, printed copy of something that will help you understand. We need to know that it's not working, that whatever the way we've presented it is not working. There are authorized resources that are available. So if you just ask us, we'll point you to them. Particularly for literature and social studies, John Green is great. Schmoop is great. Any of these, there's videos that they really explain the concepts that you need. So if you go through YouTube or one of them, just to get some background information, that can help you tremendously. And in terms of not having learned it, I'll go back to number one. If you've only half read it, you didn't get it, ask your teacher, hey, I'm not getting what I'm reading. Is there a focus you can give me that will help me read this a little more clearly? So we have ways of helping you if you only ask. So to be clear, because there have been people who have said, really? I didn't know you couldn't copy off the web and put it in a document. So I want to make this very clear. Copying and pasting from the internet into your own document, even if you cite it, is academically dishonest. For one thing, you don't want to be copying and pasting whole sentences or paragraphs. We need your writing to be your own writing. Now, if there's an author who has said something in such a way that you really like the way it's expressed, then take a piece of the quote and incorporate it into your own sentence. Those of you in English, you're learning how to do that, how to put in the lead-ins. That's what we want you to do. But never, ever copy and paste from the internet into your own document, even if you cite it. This is also dishonest, uploading or copying another student's work. If you do that, that's considered cheating. I know how sometimes, especially if somebody else has some understanding of it and they're nice and you want to help them, that you will give them that assignment. But I will tell you that giving your work to another student to copy or upload is just as equally guilty. And so it doesn't matter who copied who, you will both suffer the consequences. That's why it's also a good idea to make sure when you come into the Kern Learn lab that you log out of any Chromebook you use. We've had instances where somebody has been logged on and then they didn't log off and then they just left. So we know that that happens. If you do leave your computer open and somebody comes along and takes it, you could get into some crossfire here, even if you did not willingly give your work to somebody else to copy. Finally, getting the information from the internet and paraphrasing it as your own. Again, without citing the source. So that includes Spark Notes, Cliff Notes, eNotes, any notes. That is academically dishonest. If you go to one of these sources, you need to put that in there. Reading off of eNotes, I heard that or I read that, and then you paraphrase it. Okay, let's see here. These are honest ways of getting out of trouble. Like I said, there's videos on YouTube that can provide you with the background information about the topic or text. Email us, inbox message, call us. We can give you some places to go that will give you some background information that will help you understand the concepts that you need to understand. Same thing goes with written sources. So if there are various sources to help you understand the text without using the text from a source in your own writing, that's okay. But tell your teacher that you're not getting what you're reading, and we can provide you with some of the resources that can help, or we can talk about whatever it is that you don't understand. So asking your teacher is the best way to get help when you're in trouble. So here are the consequences for cheating or plagiarism. Number one, the first time you do it, you will receive a 0 on the assignment and you cannot make it up. Now, what I do is I give it a 1. If I give your essay a 1, that means you copied or there's plagiarism evident. Your parent will be called and a note is placed on Synergy. We are also taking a spreadsheet. We're tracking the people who have been caught plagiarizing or cheating among the other classes. So if you copied in English and then you try to get in social studies, those both count as incidences. So that way we all know who has attempted this. Incident number 2. Again, you get the 0 on the assignment. Again, your parent will be contacted, but this time by the counselor or by the administrator. There will be a conference held, and at that point, we may or may not decide to drop you from the program. Incident number 3, definitely drop from Kern Learn. This is a privilege for you. This is an option that it's a good option for people who need it, but if you're trying to take the easy way out to get through school, then you're not going to do it successfully through Kern Learn. So that's what the consequences are for cheating. I can tell you that I do subscribe to a service that checks for plagiarism, and so what I have told the seniors is I can tell when you have copied because whatever you copy is usually dumber than what I know you to be. Most of the people who've been caught cheating are smarter than what they're copying. And I know your writing style already. I know your writing style. So it's pretty easy for me to spot. If you are in trouble, call and ask for help. We'll get you through it. But this is not the way to do it, because remember, if you do this in college, they will kick you out and you don't get a refund. You don't have to pay for Kern Learn now, but you're going to be paying thousands of dollars when you go to college. And imagine getting kicked out of college after you've already paid $1,500 per quarter in order to take your classes. So please don't do that. So have a good weekend. And just a reminder that I will be at the Mount Vernon campus on Monday. So if you're out there and you need help, you can come in and see me. And then I'll be back on Tuesday in this office. So have a great weekend. Bye.